Why does she, your girlfriend, your wife, want to control you? The truth is, she doesn't want to control you. Let's begin with what is out at plain sight. Women, in general, have a desire to control, to have control over situations, over what people do and don't do behind the scenes. They always act like this. It is natural in them. Now let's see, where does this come from? There are two main sides to this, at least for what we are concerned as men. The first one is something that is common to every human being. We all have a desire to control, to be the one in command, the one in charge of the situation, the one who everyone else obeys. It's kind of a fantasy, something that everyone craves in certain degree. Women, of course, are no exception. The second side of this is that they want stability, and stability means order and control. So, someone in her relationship must make that happen, must make the situation be controlled. Now, most women do not know consciously why they are doing this, but deep in her unconscious, this is the reason. It is seeking stability. There is another element to this, and we will talk about it later. First, we will begin with what is common to every person, having the starting point of this desire that is natural to everyone, to control, to be in charge, to be obeyed. Maybe you have seen situations where people that start acting like this, that are not stopped, start rising and rising this behavior, making it every time a worst situation for the ones who are receiving these orders and these attitudes. You have seen it in office bosses and whatnot. So, we need to stop this behavior in our significant other right away and firmly. If we do not stop it, it will grow. It will start growing like a snowball, and it will be out of control pretty soon. We need to stop it and to make her understand why we are stopping it. Before we speak about how to handle this situation with her, let's talk about the other side of this situation. There are two things happening when she starts trying to control you, and I'm speaking about trying to control what you do and what you don't. It is pretty common when having a couple, a relationship, that we as men feel like we don't have the liberty or maybe even the right to go out with friends, maybe even to see our own family. And many times, maybe most of the time, like we don't have the right to have time for ourselves, alone, just doing what we want to do. Maybe it's watching a movie, reading a book, playing some music, playing a video game, whatever it is. We want to do these things. We need that. These personal activities nurture us inside. We need them to recover, to gather strength and energy, to remain happy and vibrant. So first of all, be clear that you want to do this and you deserve to do this. Do not think that your mother-in-law's birthday is more important than you. Of course your mother-in-law's birthday is important, And ideally, you want to schedule things out so you can do both. But your first priority should always be yourself. If you are not alright, if you don't feel good, you cannot give any good to others. So, your woman, your significant other, is trying to control what you do and what you don't do. Besides seeking stability, she is testing you. She wants stability, right? So someone has to do the control, has to guide what you are going to do and not going to do as a couple. So she deeply wants you to be that one. She wants you to be the person to guide and give the guidelines of what you're gonna do and what not. When she sees that you are not doing this, she will start doing it. On one side, because she needs the control, she needs to feel stability in her life. And on the other side, it is because she is testing you. She wants to know if you have the strength in your will to tell her no and to propose by yourself what you want to do, what you want yourself and her to do. A woman wants by her side a strong man. This relates to what we're talking about, because a strong man will do things to get that stability. He will propose things to have order and to have control over your lives. So when she doesn't see you doing these things, she will start doing them in part because she is testing if you will put on your pants and start doing it for her. That means you will have to confront her. The question is, are you strong enough to confront her? That is the question she is making to herself inside. So she's looking for stability and she is testing you at the same time. There is a large number of women that do not know consciously that they are doing all this because of these reasons. But this is what's behind every attempt of control in her part. So the good news is she is not trying to control you. She doesn't want to control you. She wants stability and she wants your leadership and your guidance towards it. So we have a problem here. Most women, I'd say, will not know that they are doing this consciously because of these reasons. They will even not acknowledge that they are being controlling. So, when you face this situation, you have to do two things. First, tell her no, firmly. You must stand your ground. Do not concede anything in this. This is wrong. This is not something you want, and this is not something she wants either. The difference is we know no one wants the results that we will get with this. She doesn't know, but you can tell her. So after saying no to her, you have to explain to her what is going on. First of all, do not be enraged about this. Stay cool, stay calm. This doesn't come from anger. This comes from logic. So stay cool and explain to her that you need your space. You need your own things. You need to do your things by yourself. You need to get together with your loved ones, whether it's friends or family, and make it clear that it is something that you really need on the inside. You feel the need for connecting with yourself and for connecting with others that are not her. Make her remember that when she first met you, she met you like that. You did your things, and she didn't care. If she thought that wasn't right for a relationship, she wouldn't have stepped in a relationship with you. Of course, it wasn't wrong for her in the past, and there is no reason for it to be wrong now. Explain to her that these needs do not come from hatred for her or from lack of love for her. They come from your very nature. They come from love for yourself, from caring for yourself. And by caring for yourself, you can be at peace. You can be joyful. And thanks to that, you can be joyful with her. You can be happy with her. You can be at peace and bring that into her life from you. Explain her that having a significant other doesn't make you happy. This is true for men and for women. The idea is to be happy yourself, and having that foundation, enter a relationship to share that happiness together. If you do not tend yourself, if you do not care for yourself, you cannot bring anything positive to the relationship. Tell her that if you don't do these things, you will be miserable. Ask her if she wants to see you like that every day. Does she want to see you being miserable? Does she want someone in her life who is with that kind of vibe around her all the time? Of course, she cannot say yes. This is the best way she can understand you, because you are talking about your feelings. And the best people to talk about feelings and understand feelings are women. She will understand you. She will listen to you, and she will see that you are talking from your heart and that your intentions are good. You are trying to take care of yourself and to take care of your relationship with her by bringing positive things into the relationship, because you are at peace and you are happy with yourself. With these conversations, you can stop these controlling attitudes of her towards you, and you can achieve a better life for yourself while being in a relationship. Remember, do not neglect your time with her. Remember, you chose to be with her because you like to be with her and to do things together. You probably care about some of her family members, some of her friends, or loved ones in general. Value this and act upon it. Give time to her. Give time to her loved ones that you care about. And if there are people that you do not care about, speak to her about getting together with them once in a while, but not too much. You have to get to a middle ground in this. If you talk to her the way I told you now, she will most probably understand you. This is the Attraction Tactician. Till next time.